Hey y'all, my name's Kelsey and welcome back. So ran into a couple of issues. It's been a while since I posted, and it's because I ran into a couple of issues with uploading and editing videos. So hopefully the quality on this is okay and it's not too bad and the lighting's okay. I'm filming it a lot earlier than I normally do because I've decided the best time to film is while my son's at school. And I have less distractions. I mean, I still have 2 dogs to worry about, but I can deal with that. The book that we are going to be talking about today is The Woman in the Window by A.J. Finn. This novel is about a woman, Anna Fox, and she has agoraphobia. And agoraphobia is when you have anxiety or panic attacks when you try to leave the house. Like you don't like going outside or you don't do well in crowded places. She's stuck inside her house, and she's been inside her house for 10 months. She loves to watch old movies, and she likes to drink a lot of wine, which she's not supposed to do because of all the medication that she's on to help deal with her anxiety and her agoraphobia. She takes to watching her neighbors, and I'm just going to say this, I am a total neighbor watcher, and it's great because my windows are like really dark, so you can't really see inside the house. I mean, who's not a people watcher from inside their house, okay? Or apartment or whatever. We all do it. Admit it. One day she's watching her window and taking photos of her neighbors. She deletes them. They're nothing bad. And she sees that she has new neighbors, and they are the Russells. And one day she gets caught. She gets caught spying, and so the mother, Mrs. Russell, comes over and she's like, "Hi, how are you?" And so they get to hanging out and getting to know each other, and they put down a couple of bottles of wine, and then she leaves. A couple of days later, and one day, she gets caught. She gets caught spying, and so the mother, Mrs. Russell, comes over and she's like, "Hi, how are you?" And so they get to hanging out and getting to know each other, and they, put down a couple of bottles of wine, and then she leaves. A couple of days later, Anna is about to go to bed, and she's had a few bottles of wine along with, I think she took too many pills or something. And so she is on her way to bed, and she looks out the window, and she sees Mrs. Russell, Jane, get murdered. She doesn't know who did it. She just knows that she saw something go inside her chest, and blood, and then death. That's what she saw. So her first instinct is to run outside and try to get over there and stop it, but that doesn't go out very well. She ends up calling the cops, and the cops end up coming. As she's talking to the cops are like, "Are you sure this is what you saw?" And they're inside her house, and they can see that she's down a couple of bottles of wine. They know that she doesn't leave her house, and they know that she's on medication. So their first thing is she didn't see this, like she's seeing things. She's imagining stuff that's not really happening. Finally, the cops like, "We're gonna bring the Russells over, and we're gonna talk to them about this." And she's like, "Fine, bring them over, because I know what happened. Mrs. Russell, Jane, is dead." So the cops bring over the Russells, and Mr. Russell is there, and he is who he says he is, and who she knows he is. But Mrs. Russell, the woman that is supposed to be Jane Russell, is not the same Jane that she had met. This is a completely different woman. And so she's trying to tell the cops, this isn't the woman, like this is not Jane Russell. This is somebody else. This isn't her. And so the woman's like, "I am Mrs. Russell. My name is Jane Russell. I live in that house across the street. This is my son. This is my husband. I am who I say I am. If you don't believe me, you can look at my ID." The cops try explaining to her that she is Mrs. Russell, and what Anna saw wasn't real, and it was in her head. So Anna kind of says, "Okay, fine. Whatever, get out of my house. I'm over this." But she still can't believe that she made it up. Like, there's no possible way she had imagined it. And, I mean, the cops seem to think that it was because of the movie she was watching, because it was a, you know, like a kind of a thriller, mystery, horror that kind of bears some similarities to what Anna saw. And that's just not the case. So the rest of the book entails Anna trying to figure out if what she saw was real or if she imagined it. Is she truly delusional, or is there something fishy going on across the street? And so she has to be able to figure this all out while trying to overcome her agoraphobia, because obviously you can't really do much stuck inside your house across the street. I mean, you can watch people, but you can't, I mean, you can spy on people and monitor them, but in order to get down and dirty and solve this mystery, you kind of have to be able to go outside. A.J. Finn did a fantastic job writing this book. I would say it is a retelling of an Alfred Hitchcock movie. I don't remember the year that movie came out, but the movie is Rear Window. And this bears a lot of similarities to that movie. A.J. Finn just made it his own, and he modernized it, and he did fantastic. There were some slow points, but after like a few pages, it just drug on, especially when Jane's watching TV and she's like, they're explaining the movie she's watching, and so the dialogue is the people in the movie. And I thought that was a little, it doesn't need to be in it. But that's just my opinion. The book's so easy to follow. Even when it goes from present to past, because when it goes to the past, it's touching base on and trying to explain why Anna has agoraphobia. And it's a real thing. The way they described her agoraphobia and what happens to her when she tries to go outside is intense. I can't even imagine not being able to go outside and having a panic attack because I think the freaking sky is going to fall down on me. It's scary. She's even afraid to have the windows open. That's how bad it is. I like how in the book, she is a part of a agoraphobia chat, and she helps other people kind of overcome their agoraphobia, and so you hear different types of agoraphobia that people have, and that was very interesting. He definitely did his due diligence in researching the different types of agoraphobia. Setting from October to the beginning or middle of November, so you definitely have a lot of rain, colder weather. You don't get much scenery, except for Anna's very big house that only one person lives in. I mean, she does have a tenant that lives in the place with her, but he takes up like a small portion of this house. This is like a 3-story house with like a roof garden, and it's gorgeous, and there's a ton of rooms, and one person lives there, and everybody's shocked that she lives by herself in this big place. Which I think is another reason that the cops think that she's making up this whole story. They literally think she's only doing it for attention because she's lonely and she doesn't have many friends, so why not just make this up and have people come over and get attention. Very good book. I do give this book 3.5 out of 5 stars. I would give it a 4, but like I said, there were some slow parts. I didn't care for some of the dialogue that came from the TV. That's why it's a 3.5 out of 5 star. So that is The Woman in the Window by A.J. Finn. I hope you guys enjoyed my review. It's just my opinion of this whole book. Let me know your opinion in the comment section below and what your opinions are compared to mine. This book is becoming a movie, so the actresses or some of the actors that are in it is you have Amy Adams, who is in Enchanted or Sharp Objects. That was on HBO, and she'll play Anna Fox. Jane Russell is going to be played by Julianne Moore. Gary Oldman, who is in Harry Potter, and he will play Mr. Russell. This movie is going to be coming out late, like I think in the middle of this year, and I can't wait to see it. I'll be doing a book versus movie review on it, and I hope you guys will tune in for that. I would love to hear what you guys have to say or thought of the book, so please leave your opinions and comments down below in the comment section. More videos coming this week. Please subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!